I am Mehin Hajiyev and you are watching English news program on Azərbaycan Television. Armenia, as in Karabakh, sought to erase traces of Azerbaijanis in Yerevan, Göyçə, Zəngəzur, Dərəlez, and other historical lands of ours. Our compatriots must inevitably return to their ancestral lands. Therefore, it's not necessary to erase traces. What is important is to be just and to establish sincere neighborly relations.
For 3 decades, they sought to erase traces of Azerbaijanis in Karabakh. They changed geographical toponyms, destroyed mosques, and demolished Albanian churches. The international community was openly deceived. Azerbaijan's brilliant victory in 2020 revealed the reality to the entire world. The truth has spoken out loudly. Today, alongside eliminating the traces of vandalism, our country demands the observance of the rights of the natives of Western Azerbaijan. Historical documents confirm this truth.
It is enough to look at early 20th century maps published by Tsarist Russia to see that the overwhelming majority of toponyms in what is now Armenia are of Azerbaijani origin. There was no Lake Sevan on those maps. There is Lake Göyçə on those maps, along with all Azerbaijani historical toponyms we use. We did not compile those maps for anyone to say that we are committing fraud. This was done by Tsarist Russia, the very Tsarist Russia that once brought Armenians from Iran and eastern Anatolia and settled them in Karabakh lands to alter the ethnic and religious composition there. In other words, these maps are based on pure historical truths.
Azerbaijan does not claim the territory of any state, even if it's our historical land. However, it insists on the return of the natives of Western Azerbaijan to the lands of their ancestors.
Suffice it to say that the Azerbaijanis live everywhere beyond our borders. They also lived in Armenia, but were driven out of there. But I'm sure that they will live there again, because we can see across our borders with all neighboring countries that the Azerbaijanis live in their ancient historical lands and are worthy citizens of their countries. Azerbaijanis have never been afflicted with the disease of separatism. Our people have contributed to the statehood of the countries they live in, and today Azerbaijanis do not create and will never create problems for any state or its people. Therefore, the return of Azerbaijanis to the present-day Armenia should not intimidate the people or the state of Armenia. I said this some time ago as well. We must return to our historical lands, not in tax, but in automobiles.
Öz tarixi torpaqlarımıza qayıtmalıyıq. Tanklarla yox, avtomobillərlə qayıtmalıyıq.
The Azerbaijani state and the Azerbaijani people have always stood for justice but against separatism.
According to the statement made by the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, on the removal of all restrictions concerning the cargo transit to Armenia, a train with wheat transited through the territory of Azerbaijan to Armenia. 15 wagons of wheat with a total weight of 1,048 tons, 800 kilograms were proceeded and sent from the Russian Federation through the territories of Azerbaijan and Georgia to the Layiq station in Armenia. It should be noted that during his state visit to Kazakhstan on October 21, 2025, President Ilham Aliyev stated that Azerbaijan had removed all restrictions on the transit of goods to Armenia that had existed since the time of occupation. The United States and Armenia are in active talks over the construction of the railway connecting Azerbaijan with Armenia. This was disclosed by the Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan during the international forum held in Yerevan.
We are currently in the active phase of discussion with our American partners over the construction of the railway connecting mainland Azerbaijan with Nakhchivan. Why the U.S.? Because this is an integral component of the TRIP project.
On November 1, 2020, Azerbaijani army was very close to the great victory. The Armenian armed forces continued to incur heavy losses among its personnel and military equipment. How did the 39th day of the 44-day patriotic war go down in history? Let's take a look.
The victorious Azerbaijani army liberated Mirak, Kavdar villages of Jabral district, Məşəd İsmailli, Şəfibəyli villages of Zəngilan district, Bəşərat, Qarakişilər, and Qaracallı villages of Qubadlı district from the occupation. On this day, President Ilham Aliyev was interviewed by the Italian Repubblica newspaper. The combat operations continued with varying intensity mainly in the Tartar, Ağdam, Xocavənd, Zəngilan, and Qubadlı direction of the front. During the day and at night time, a large number of enemy forces, 2 T-72 tanks, 3 D-30 howitzer guns, 1 Zastava M55 anti-aircraft gun, 1 tactical UAV, 3 military trucks were destroyed and wrecked. The enemy attempted to launch an attack on Ağdara, Ağdam, and Xocavənd directions of the front, but was forced to retreat with heavy casualties among personnel and military vehicles. The Azerbaijani army liquidated the platoon commander and the sniper group of the Armenian military formations. An attempt to commit sabotage against Azerbaijani army units in the Zəngilan direction was firmly suppressed. As a result of provocations committed by Armenia from September 27th to November 4th, 2020, the death toll among the civilians reached 91, and 405 people were injured. As a result of enemy attacks, 2,734 houses, 98 multi-apartment buildings, and 500 civil facilities were damaged. In the meantime, only 5 days remained till the great victory.
That was all for today. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.